Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to beautiful Raymond Terrace. Beautiful in the sense that it's beautifully cold here tonight. We've got the Raymond Terrace Magpies taking on the Abermain Hawks here in Newcastle and Hunter Rugby League action. Friday night footy here on Bar TV Sports. Make sure if you're tuning in, let us know who you're cheering for and where you're cheering from. I'm Dan McKinley. I'm joined in commentary tonight by just Tom Lidbury. How are you, Tom?
Good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, mate. We've got the two teams running out now. It looks like the Raymond Terrace Magpies making their way out onto the field. Quickly run through the teams. At fullback, we have Dean Handsaker. On the wings, we have Taryn Roach and Brendan O'Neill. In the centres, Billy James Lynham and Mark Cleland. At 5'8", Billy Greentree. And at halfback, Jack Beverley. In the front row, the 8, Brooke Roach, who is also the coach, and Kurt Bassett in the 10, and at hooker, Tyler Edmonds. In the second row, we have John Schultz and Robert Fletcher, and locking down the scrum is Kane Roby. On the interchange bench tonight for the Magpies, we have Jeffrey Daniels, Travis McNally, Dwan Daly, Jade Williams, Neil Presley, and Joshua White. As for the Abermain Hawks, run through their team now. James Abbott at fullback. On the wings, Thomas Abbott and Cody Dodd. In the centres, excuse me, Hayden Baker and Michael Davies. At 5'8", Matthew Dodd and coach. At halfback, Timothy Fitzpatrick. In the front row, Shannon Harmey and Michael Hugg. At hooker, James Hickey. In the back row, Richard McBride and Dean Peterkin. No 13 tonight. At 14, we have Damien Scott. And on the interchange bench tonight for the Hawks, we have Nicholas Scott, Jay Sylvester, Joshua Simon, Zach Johns, Cameron Bates, and Luke Tanga Manu Levu. Tagina Manalevu.
I'll let you call that
Manalevu. Sorry about that, Luke. Tagina Manalevu. Please let me know if I'm pronouncing that correctly for those of you watching at home. If you are watching at home, you've made a pretty good decision. It's a brisk 8 degrees here at the moment at the Lakeside Sports Complex. And Tom, you had to come up here a bit earlier and do the ladies' league tag.
Yeah, so we just finished an awesome game there from the league tag. Obviously, I believe it was second, played fourth. We had a 12-6. Fingal Bay got up over Raymond Terrace.
A good victory there for the Fingal Bay girls. They'll be able to hit the showers and then get to somewhere with a heater on, I dare say. And it'll be the Hawks to get us underway. Abermain, 5th at the moment on 8 points. Raymond Terrace, only 2 points behind them in 6th position, so an important game for both clubs. There might not be any NRL on this weekend, Tom, but there's plenty of rugby league action going on.
Yeah, it all started off by the girls' Origin that kicks off. It'd be actually kicking off probably right now, I believe, at 7:30. I think kickoff is.
Well, make sure you got that one on the big screen and then you're tuning in via your smart devices for this cracker here at Newcastle and Hunter Rugby League. It'll be the Magpies with first use of the ball. They'll let the kickoff bounce and they'll work it away from their own end. There's already a dew on the ground out there. So ball control will be imperative as we see the Magpies put it down early. So I couldn't even get the commentator's curse out before they put one down.
Yeah, the dew played a very big part in the girls' game. There was plenty of drop ball in that one, so it'll be interesting to see how the men can hold on to this ball here tonight.
Well, first opportunity here for the Abermain Hawks. Big Dodd, the coach, feed the scrum. They win it and they come to the open side through the 23, who we don't have a jersey number for. Fantastic. We'll just call him the 23 from now on as they go to the right-hand side, and that's Hugg. And Hugg will go close. Goal line defence stands firm for the Magpies. Hugg plays it. They go to the right-hand side. Short ball. That's the 13, who I said they didn't have a 13. So we're on fire here early on in the commentary. Hickey out of dummy half. They come to the open side through Dodd. Dodd out the back to Abbott. They've got the numbers and Abbott will score untouched as he improves the position, and a great start for the Hawks. 4-0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, that's definitely the start that Abermain we're looking for here tonight. Travelling right down here to Lakeside and looking to start very early.
So we've got the luxury of a replay in front of us, and couple of crash plays to the right, and then they came back to the left, and it was James Abbott who just showed turn of foot, and the Magpies couldn't go with him. He opens the scoring for the night. Not the start that the Magpies would have been after. Brooke Roach, their coach, having some words with his players behind the goal line as we speak. Hayden Barker to try and add the extras. As our replay's frozen, which is... We're on fire. We're going good. Barker taking his time over this one. He moves in. Strikes it well. It just slides to the right of the upright. So scoreline remains 4 points to nil over Abermain over Raymond Terrace. I suppose the good thing about tonight, Tom, is all the spectators pretty much over the other side of the field. They're not sitting on our laps.
Yeah, we've got a few over in the grandstand, but obviously tonight would probably be better to have people sitting right around you, keeping you nice and warm. Well,
that's right. They've got the coffee machine, the canteens cranking over there, so plenty of beverages going down as we speak, as we see Abermain now looking to work it off their own line. They look to be held, and Davies will come back and play it. Hickey out of dummy half. There's one out at the moment for the Hawks, trying to get out of their own end. That's a good charge there from the 13, who will remain nameless. Now we've got a name for this man, Shannon Harmey. He looks like he's going to be a handful tonight. He'll play a 40 out from his own line. Hickey in at dummy half. Comes to Dodd, who'll kick. A little bit of a late challenge and a shoulder. The ball sat up awkwardly. It was well fielded there by the 7, Jack Beverley. It was an awkward bounce to deal with. Jeffrey Daniels with his first touch for the evening. He'll play at 5 shy of halfway. So they go to the left. They find the coach, Brooke Roach. Tyler Edmonds trying to pinch some yards out of dummy half. They're into Abermain territory here, the Magpies. So they go down the left, and that one's been put on the deck as well. So Raymond Terrace just unable to keep hold of the ball at the moment. It's really, really hurting them, Tom.
Yeah, as we mentioned before, handling errors has been a big part of this game, and that's the second there from Raymond Terrace, and obviously showing that they're behind on the scoreboard there. So they're going to have to fix that up pretty quick here, the Terrace, and see if they can capitalise on any chance they can get.
I don't know if you saw during the week, Tom, New South Wales have been training with soapy wet balls over there in Perth. It might be a tactic.
I did hear Fittler
might be a tactic that Raymond Terrace could employ next week. That's as old as the day is long, that one. My dad speaks about stuff like that, and he's, 67, 68, so... Freddie Fittler turning back the clock in Origin camp, as we see Abermain now over halfway. Michael Hugg with a good charge. 10 metres inside Magpies territory. Dodd back underneath, that's Harmey. Takes 2, 3 to bring him down. Picks up 15 metres, though, Harmey, and a decent play, the balls. They come down the short side through Dodd. Dodd puts it on the toe. He's got some chases there. Thomas Abbott's after it. It's a good kick from Dodd, and the chases there, and they'll pin him in goals. So, great result there for Abermain. Oh, no. The referees.
I think we've got an offside call here.
Yeah, maybe. Good spotting there, Tom. There's a decent kick there from Dodd. Maybe his chases on the outside. Oh, that one's going to hit me. No, it doesn't hit. Oh, a touch of match ball. Good stuff. As we see Roach now. Had a decent season, the coach. He scored 8 tries this year already. Brooke Roach.
Be a big part of this game here tonight too.
Well, I was going through the stats before the game, and all the leading try scorers for Raymond Terrace are in the forwards. So you dare say they'll be looking to go through the middle, the Magpies. That's where their points are coming from. You see Greentree tackled 5 metres inside Hawks territory. They go to the left. That's Schultz. Play at 48 last tackle. Comes to the halfback Beverley, who puts it up high. A difficult one to deal with, but it's taken well there by James Abbott, try scorer. A good kick return as well, so really getting his team on the front foot. Be dotting at acting half as they come to Thomas Abbott now. If you're tuning in, you know the Abbott boys, are they related, James and Thomas? Same with Cody Dodd and Matthew Dodd. Let us know if you're watching. Try and get to some of those comments a bit later on. We see Harmy up over halfway. He's been heavily involved early on, Tom.
Yeah, he seemed a lot to sort of bring him down. So look for that, and the backs get off the back of a big barnstorming run.
So they come to the right-hand side now. They're looking for some space. That's a good legs tackle, and they finish it off over the top. So it'll be the last tackle here for Abermain. They lead 4 points to 0. Hickey out of dummy half. Cody Dodd puts the kick in. It's another awkward one, but Abermain come back with it. It's still the last. They put the kick in again. Will it sit up in the in goals? It will. It's a good chase from Abermain, and they'll pin him in goals this time. The Magpies don't get away with that one. So it looked to be a scrappy finish to the set. The old second kick does the trick. The Magpies will have a goal line dropout.
Good to see Abermain bring their own supporters tent down here too. I just looked across the ground here from us.
Yeah, they're over there in that far corner. They'll be enjoying the game at the moment. They lead 4 points to 0, and they're on the attack here, the Hawks. I'll play it 20 out from the line. Hickey in at dummy half. Goes to Roby. Roby still going. He'll be brought down inside the 10. Plenty of options both sides. Hickey goes to Harmy. Harmy with a full head of steam. He'll be tough to stop. Gets the arm free. Can't find the offload, and he's lost it in attempting to. So the Raymond Terrace defence stands strong. 4 points to 0. Looked like he might go close to scoring there, Tom. Got the arm free and couldn't find the line.
Yeah, not many big forwards you see this day and age try and get that big arm free, so it's good, promising signs there early on.
Yeah, it's got out of the game a bit, hasn't it? It's all about completing your sets and getting to your kick and getting in the arm wrestle. The art of the offload from the big man is slowly drifting out of the game. Can be an absolute weapon if you do it properly. It's Terrace now will look to work it away from their own line. It's Dwan Daly. And that one's hit the deck as well, so looks like it'll be play on. Might have got away with one there, Raymond Terrace. So go back inside their own 40. James Abbott comes across. He shows some good speed for that.
Very solid tackle there.
It was good defence there from Terrace, looking to force a mistake. McBride will play at 15 shy of halfway. Hickey in at dummy half. Neil Presley in the 18 with his hand up. Looks like he'll be coming off for some treatment for Raymond Terrace. Hug punches a hole through the middle.
Very soft meters there for Abermain. Making it look very easy out there tonight.
Yeah, they're winning that battle in the middle, aren't they? As you see Harmy again. Not shying away from any work as Harmy, as Dodd comes down the short side now. Puts the kick in again. A decent kick. Handsaker has to go, and he's blitzed him on the outside. He might go 100 here. The chase is on. Abbott comes across. Handsaker comes to Abbott. Beats Abbott. Comes back in field. Still going Handsaker. He's got support. And he's finally brought down. Great run from the fullback. Now they're on the attack. They trail 4 points to nil. Beverley goes wide. He finds Roach. Roach finds his centre out there. Lynham's brought down. They're inside the 10-metre line. Raymond Terrace on the attack for the first time tonight. He'll be brought down centimetres from the line. They come the open side through Greentree. He's got the arm free. He's being pushed back. He finally gets the offload away, Greentree. Bassett just tucks it under the wing. Just lost a little bit of momentum there, Raymond Terrace. Still plenty of tackles up their sleeve as they come the open side through Beverley. Beverley now finds Greentree. Schultz just slipped. He's still going. Schultz, he'll go close. Oh, and the ball's come out. It'll be play on. And Abermain survived that first raid from Raymond Terrace. Exciting stuff, Tom.
Yeah, it's a bit, as you mentioned, Raymond Terrace just lost that momentum there from that run from Handtaker. And well done there from Abermain just to hold Raymond Terrace out there. And obviously got the 20 tap now and see what they can do with the ball.
Well, that one looked to have crept up a little bit high. Might have been kind with my description on that one, but the Abermain player looks all right, so just a penalty will do. Baker will look to find touch. Brilliant run from Handtaker to put Raymond Terrace on the attack. He fielded that ball in his own in goal and not a lot of room down that right touchline. He found some and off he went. Be a good battle tonight between the fullbacks. James Abbott's already scored one and Handtaker pulling that out early on. Abermain work their way inside Raymond Terrace territory. Hickey comes to McBride. McBride with the offload, back to Hickey. Hickey looking for some room. He's still going, Hickey. He'll play it inside the 20. Cody Dodd in at dummy half. Goes to Dodd, tucks it under the arm, through the dummy, but nobody falling for that one. Yeah, too long in the play, the ball there from Terrace. Might be tempted to take a shot here and put it out to 6. We're going to take the tap, try and add to their lead. And they'll go close from the tap. Clinging on here, Raymond Terrace. Hickey in a dummy half. Goes himself. Can he get to the line? No, he can't. That's only tackle 2, though, as they go again. Comes out to Dodd. Beats one, still going, Dodd. Skips across field, still going, Dodd. Can they bring him down? He'll go close. Can he get the ball over the line? No, he can't. Held up. Great run there from Cody Dodd. Beat 1, 2, 3. Carried another 2 with him. Just couldn't get the ball on the chalk. Still a few tackles up their sleeve. McBride just takes a settler. They got numbers to the left here, Tom.
Yeah, as we see the ball come out this way at the moment. Oh, and kick put through.
It's well fielded there by the 6. That's Greentree.
Oh.
Can he get back, though? He's being pushed back by the Abermain defence.
Some brilliant defence there from Abermain.
Good shot. Just stopped him in his tracks, and then the cavalry came. Pushed him back in goals. It'll be another goal line dropout. It's been all Abermain early on here at Lakeside Sports Complex. They only lead 4 points to nil, though. We've got about 16 minutes gone here on Bar TV Sports. I'm Dan McCamley, joined in commentary by Tom Lidbury. It'll be Abbott to bring the dropout back. He beats one. Very elusive, Abbott. Tough to bring down. They'll do well to hold on here, Raymond Terrace. Hickey in a dummy half. They just take a settler towards the posts. Again, options both sides as they go to the right-hand side through McBride. Pops the offload. They've got some numbers out there on the right. The ball's been put on the deck, I think, so Raymond Terrace. They do well to hold on there, the Magpies. The chance goes begging for the Hawks. I think it's warming up down here, Tom.
I'd like to think so.
I'm not going to lie, it's probably gone from 8 to 9 degrees, I reckon. Can feel my left hand again, which is good news. Raymond Terrace win the scrum feed. Look to work it away from their own line. They've only really had the one opportunity, Raymond Terrace. Abermain would have been hoping to lead by a little bit more with the possession and territory they've had. Terrace have done well to stay in the game. They trail 4 points to 0. Run out of dummy half here from O'Neill. He gets flung backwards by Hickey. So kick through Beverley. He's not happy with that one, Beverley, and rightly so. He's put it out on the full, so just invites Abermain back onto the attack. Suppose they'll be happy they got through the set, but just a bit of a shank there.
Definitely not the end Beverley was looking for to that set. That was obviously a set coming out of your own end after Abermain had them 2 or 3 sets right on their line.
They get another opportunity here, the Hawks. They lead 4 points to 0. They sit 5th on the ladder at the moment, looking to put some daylight between themselves and Raymond Terrace, who are in 6th. They go to Dodd. They've got some numbers here. Abbott again. Beats one, comes back in field. He's flung down 10 metres out from the line. They had the numbers. That's the 15, Nicholas Scott. He'll be tackled a couple of metres short. Hickey out of dummy half. Comes to Dodd again. Over to Cody Dodd. They go through the hands. They've got some numbers out there on the right-hand side. The defence comes across. They'll go for the line. Can they get there? I think they do. They're pretty happy with it. Referee points to the spot. Michael Davies crosses, and that makes it 8 points to 0 with a kick to come.
Yeah, that's definitely a reward there for the Abermain after the 3 or 4 sets. They would have been looking to capitalise a bit earlier, but obviously come away with the points there.
They put it through the hands. Dodd to Dodd, and they found some space on that right-hand side, and it was Michael Davies who still had a bit to do. Stepped back off his right foot, beat a couple and carried one over the line with him. So Abermain just starting to put points on the board and create that lead that they probably deserve. It's been a good start from the Hawks.
That try also scored pretty well right down in front of their supporters' tent there too.
Yeah, they went up for sure. They were happy with it. I think both ball boys ended up with both match balls then. I'm sure the Raymond Terrace boys will appreciate the extended break. Although you wouldn't want to be standing still too long out there. Your muscles will freeze up. Baker to try and add the extras. He didn't miss by much with that first attempt. This one from the other side of the field as he moves in. He strikes it well. It's going to be waved away by the touch judges. So 8 points to 0 the scoreline remains. Abermain over Raymond Terrace. Newcastle and Hunter Rugby League action live on Bar TV Sports. Dan McCamley and Tom Lindbury in commentary. See Dodd field the kick and Abermain charge back into the teeth of Raymond Terrace defence. Hickey in at dummy half. So make their way up over their own 30. Really controlled the tempo of this game. They've been punching holes through the middle of this Raymond Terrace defence. There's another one. Up towards halfway. Hickey in at dummy half, comes to Dodd. Okay, I've got some big bodies, Abermain. A couple of fresh ones out there at the moment, really doing some damage through that middle third. Hickey again goes to Dodd. Dodd through the hands, he finds Baker. Baker on the outside, he gets ankle tapped. The last ditch tackle there from O'Neill. This will be the last as Dodd puts it up. It's an awkward one. It's across field. It's been put down by Raymond Terrace. So great result for Abermain. It was a wobbly old kick from Cody Dodd, but come up with the result. It looks as though Cody Dodd in the 5 is certainly getting involved in the attacks. I don't think he's playing as a number 5 on the wing. I think he's definitely in and around the ball. Comes up with a result for his team, and they go back on the attack again. 8 points to 0, they lead.
Yeah, I think it's Timothy Fitzpatrick slipped onto that right wing there for Abermain.
So they'll play the ball 10 metres out, centre field. Plenty of numbers to the left as it goes to Dodd, who throws it to Baker. Baker beats one. Can't beat the second. Get to his feet slowly, Baker. And a short ball there from Dodd. They'll be tough to stop. They've scored again, Abermain. The 28's over. 12 points to 0, they lead. Consult my technical documents here. See if I can find out who the 28 is.
Got a bit of information on the Abbott and Dodd boys here too for you, Dan.
Oh,
so
lovely.
the Abbott boys are father and son.
Yep.
And we've got the Dodd boys that are brothers.
There you go.
Thanks, Greg Cottrell, for that one.
Thanks, Greg. Baker adds the extras.
Just a bit of an update for you guys that aren't watching the Girls' State of Origin. So we've got 0-0 with 15 minutes in.
0-0, 15 minutes in. New South Wales versus Queensland. Women's State of Origin. That's New South Wales defending that trophy this season after they won it last year. And I reckon we've been given the old stitch up by the team sheet, Tom.
Yeah, they're all over the shop here tonight.
Well, that's what I've been sent through on my device. So we've been calling James Abbott an absolute Superman at fullback when it could be Nick Scott.
Yeah, that definitely does not help at all.
If it is, we apologise, Nick, but you've been outstanding. So we see Raymond Terrace, who are 1-19, thankfully. Come away from their own line through Handsaker, and he's away again here, Handsaker. He's got speed to burn. Gets the offload away. It might have drifted forward. It'll be play on. And a penalty. So great run again from Handsaker. He's single-handedly keeping them in the game.
Got a couple of comments on the live stream too there, Dan.
Oh, yeah.
About the team sheet. So
Oh, yeah.
everyone out there is fun, nice and funny.
Oh, we've got, I think, have we got anybody right? Thomas, no.
Surely we're going to get
We've got the
someone.
hooker right, James Hickey in the 9. We've got him right. And
may have to get someone to confirm that one.
And
for
that's
us.
it. Well, it's Raymond Terrace on the attack. They trail 14 points to nil. We'll come back to the Abermain team sheet in a second as Terrace looking to post their first points of the night. McClelland can confidently say in the 4. They come to the open side. Edmonds through the dummy. They come to the right. They go to Handsaker, who's been dangerous. Steps inside 1, steps inside 2, 3, still going. He's caught one around the chops. A little bit of push and shove. Wouldn't usually want an all-in and a bit of biff, but it'd give us a chance to sort the team sheets out, Tom.
Yeah, so we got confirmation from Joel in the comments that we have been calling Hickey right there at dummy half.
Yes.
So that's one for the confirmation.
1 from 13. There's a song about that, isn't there? 1 from 13 ain't bad. Oh, I think that's 2 out of 3. Anyway. 1 from 13 we are so far from Abermain. That means the try scorers are wrong as well. We'll have to sort that one out when we get a chance, probably at half time. We'll do our best until then as we see Terrace on the attack. Edmonds short ball for Roach. He goes to the line. Can he get it down? Yes, he can. Brooke Roach with another try. That's 9 for the season. Raymond Terrace hit back 14 points to 4 with a kick to come. So 14 points to 4. Should be 14 points to 6. And all of a sudden, Raymond Terrace, after tough opening 20 minutes, back in the ball game. Conversion successful there by the halfback. 14 points to 6 they trail. And I'll figure that they're right back in this one, considering all the ball and field position Abermain have had. To only be trailing by 8 points at this stage of the game, it's a pretty good effort from the Magpies.
Yeah, we've still got about 10 minutes to go in this first half here, so anything's possible.
So Abermain get us back underway. Williams will take it, and Williams with a good strong run. He's up to the 40 on tackle 1. Gets pushed back a bit, but that's a great start to the set for Raymond Terrace.
Maybe the points might give him a little bit of confidence here to play with.
Well, the coach will, if they can't post points again, they'll just be hoping to get to the end of their set and turn Abermain around. They haven't done that enough. Abermain with a big forward pack. Terrace can just get a few kicks in and turn them around. Daniels up into Hawks territory. Beverly goes to the left. Finds Greentree, who comes back in field. It'll be the last. They're 30 out, so they'll get a chance to put an attacking kick up here. Comes to Beverley. Puts it up high. It's a decent-looking kick. Chase is coming through. Oh, and they had a chance there, Terrace. I think it was John Schultz coming through. Straight through the hands. It was Kurt Bassett, the 10.
Look to muscle up here, Raymond Terrace in defence.
Just starting to have a little bit of momentum here, Raymond Terrace. So just starting to get on top. Probably for the first time in the game. Abermain now struggling to come out of their own end. Hickey in a dummy half. I'll play it just shy of halfway. Last tackle. Goes to the right. He finds Tom Abbott in the 5. Tom Abbott can confirm that.
I believe that's Greentree back at fullback now for Raymond Terrace as Handtaker went off there before with that little whack to the head region there before.
Be a shame if he can't come back, Handtaker, because he's been a threat every time he's touched the ball. Fletcher will play it as they go down the short side through Roach. That's Taron Roach in the 2.
It's another father-son combination here we've got tonight.
Well, I hope I'm still playing some sort of sport where my son's old enough to play. It's a big effort. Comes to Beverley now. Last tackle, puts it up high again. This one a little bit shallower. That's been caught there by Richard McBride in the 3. Just starting to get our names right for Abermain after, 34 minutes. And that's Dean Peterkin in the 10. Oh, we're looking at the 8. Hayden Baker. That's been Baker that's been doing the hard yards in the middle of the park. I think he gets out of dummy half. It goes to Tom Abbott. Comes back across and he's taken high there, Abbott. So Ernie's team a penalty. He was coming across field and a lazy arm there from one of the Terrace players. A little bit of a talking to there from the referee. Nothing more than that. So to give Abermain a chance to go on the attack here with around about 5 minutes to go in this first half. Davies finds touch. That's a good touch finder as well. He picks up 25 metres. Damien Scott now. Well, he's been derobed. It's already cold enough. He doesn't need to get his shirt off. Davies. He'll play a 5 away. Abermain on the attack. Comes to Baker. Baker gets pushed back. He's put it on the deck as well. Good defence there from Raymond Terrace. Force the error. There's a little bit of push and shove, a little bit of niggle creeping into this one. Terrace with their tails up at the moment. They trail on the scoreline.
Got another confirmation there with the number 3 there from Joel again. We've got Tim Fitzpatrick in the 3. So Joel, keep them confirmations coming, mate, because we've got a really messed up team sheet here. So
can you update me who's in the 4 then?
Got anyone who's in the 4, Joel?
Oh, and that one's been knocked down from an offside position, so we should just get Joel up here. Richard McBride's in the 4. That's what I'm going with. I've only got 3 different team sheets, but that's all right. We'll go with this one.
Bound to get it right eventually.
Oh, yeah. Baker comes out of the line. A strong shot there on Schultz. Ball's been put on the deck, has it? No, it'll be play on. Daniels takes up towards halfway. Oh, and Beverley's been hit late there after the pass. He's doing well to get back to his feet. He got absolutely creamed there in back play. Roby now, play it. Comes to Beverley, who puts it up high. That's a better kick from Beverley. Tough one to take. They've let it bounce. It sits up. Oh, and they've managed to get on the end of it. And a good shot there.
It's Johnny Schultz there in the 11. Brilliant shot.
Josh Simon is the one that ended up with it. He probably wishes his fullback had come across to take that one. We see Abermain make their way up to their 35 as we've got a guest commentator in the house. And they'll play the ball right on halfway, ticking down towards half time. They come to the left-hand side. Cody Dodd puts the kick up. So we see Billy Greentree slotted in at fullback after Handsaker left the field. He tackled 10 shy of halfway. That's a good run out of dummy half from Roach again, who beats one, beats two, pitches 10, 12 metres. Quick play the ball as well from Roach. Beverley to the left. They go to dummy half though. Edmonds with a good run. The ball's hit the deck. It's been put down by Edmonds after a good run. Be disappointed with that, Edmonds. Abermain lead 14 points to 6 as the clock ticks down towards half time. Give us a chance to redo this team sheet for Abermain and correct some of the errors. Although we did get one right, Tom.
Yeah, so Joel's keeping us posted here. We've got a few more confirmations. So in the 28, we've got Mick Davies. In the 6, we've got Cody Dodd.
Yeah, got Cody.
Jay Sylvester in the 11.
Jay Sylvester.
Is that?
In the 11, yep, that's correct. We hear the siren go for half time. They've got a bit of space out here. Abermain puts the old goose step on, and that's a great covering tackle. And that'll be half time here at Lakeside Sporting Complex. Abermain 14. Lead Raymond Terrace 6. Tries to Nick Scott. We've got for one. I've got Richard McBride with the other. And there's one more that I'm missing. We'll get that sorted out at half time. So Abermain leading 14 points to 6. We'll be back after the half-time break. Welcome back here to Lakeside Sporting Complex at a very chilly Raymond Terrace. Let's drop back down to 8, Tom.
Yeah, definitely feels like it for sure.
Home of the Raymond Terrace Magpies. Tom, you called the Ladies League tag earlier on, mate. Can you give us a bit of a score update in that one?
Yeah, so we had a very close game as expected in that one, and Fingal Bay ended up with a win, 12-6 over Raymond Terrace. So plenty of handling areas in that one, as we've seen here tonight with the duel on the ground and stuff. So, but a brilliant game from the girls there earlier on.
Well, currently here in this one, Abermain lead 14 points to 6. We've got an updated team sheet for Abermain. So if you're still tuning in after that debacle in the first half, we'll get the names right in the second half. Although I'm sure that Hayden Baker wouldn't mind us crediting him with the conversions, considering he's playing in the front row. There he is. Big Hayden making his way up towards halfway. And the is that a pink headband he's got on out there?
Oh, sure.
Very stylish if it is.
Yeah.
Well, we give him a wrap. And he's put the ball on the deck, so Abermain starting the second half like Raymond Terrace started the first. It's with an error. Terrace now trailing 14 points to 6, looking to get themselves right back into the game as Billy James, Lynham take the first tackle. Down the short side, that's Beverly. Play it inside the 30, so they're right on the attack here early on. Dwan Daly.
Roach may have had a few words there to a few of the Terrace boys just to hold on to that ball and complete the set.
So you go back to the fullback Handsaker, who's back out there. Tough to deal with in that first half. He had to come off with an injury late in the first half. It's good to see him back out there as they come the open side. Long cutout pass. Finds Bassett. Bassett for the line. Bassett scores, does he? Yes, he does. Plants the ball on the line, and that's a try to Raymond Terrace. 14 points to 10 with a kick to come, and they're right back in this one, Tom.
Yeah, that's definitely the start Raymond Terrace we're looking for in this second half. Obviously just lacked that start in the first half there, and obviously Brooks had a chat to the boys, and they've come out and implemented exactly what he's told them.
It was a lovely long ball, beautiful cutout pass. I think it might have been the 6 Green Tree. Just put Bassett on the outside shoulder of his defender, and he was big enough and strong enough to get to the line. All of a sudden, Jack Beverly has a very kickable conversion to cut the gap to 2. Errors have been so crucial in this one. Saw Abermain post points after Raymond Terrace kicked it out on the full. You know, we've seen Abermain drop the ball first set and invite Raymond Terrace onto the attack, and they cash in. Beverly strikes it, and the flags are up.
2-point ball game.
14 points to 12.
Just a quick little score update for the Girls' State of Origin as well. We've got 4-0 at half-time with Queensland leading.
Well, that'll upset a few New South Wales supporters. 4-0 at half-time. Queensland leading New South Wales. Women's State of Origin action. Also on Bar TV tonight, we've got a World Cup qualifier going on. The Cook Islands taking on South Africa in that one. Try and get you a score update from that shortly. It's the Cook Islands leading 54 points to 6 over South Africa. So Cook Islands, well, they look like they might win that one with 8 minutes to go, barring an absolute miracle.
One of the best rugby league miracles going around.
As we see Terrace put it on the deck, so Neither team able to complete sets. Slippery conditions out there tonight. The dew had set in from about 2 o'clock this afternoon, the way the temperatures dropped here at Lakeside Sporting Complex. Just as the Magpies got themselves back into the game, they cracked the door open here for Abermain, who put it on the deck themselves. So it was a nice little backline move and they'd found a bit of space, but the pass just didn't stick. Bit of a wasted opportunity there for Abermain, Tom.
Yeah, as you mentioned there before, Abermain probably started the exact same as Raymond Terrace did in that first half. So it'll be interesting to see how quick Abermain can turn that around.
We've got a special guest joining us in commentary. Josh went over to the sheds at half time. He's going to give us a bit of an update on what the coaches had to say. Thanks, Josh.
No worries, boys. Just quickly, I just spoke to both coaches from both teams in regards to Raymond Terrace. It's just about cleaning the rock up, maintaining complete sets and move up in defence to knock those big boys down from Abermain. With Abermain, it was just all about completing the sets, maintain the defensive effort that they did in the first half. So both coaches were pretty happy with how they went in the first half.
Thank you very much for that, Josh. That's excellent work, mate. You see Terrace back on the attack. Come the open side through Greentree, who puts it on the deck. They try to trap it with their feet there, Abermain. Josh Simon will make his way back into the field of play. Now it'll be Nick Scott, who was the opening try scorer in the flashy red boots. If you're still tuning in, let us know if we are getting the Abermain names right in this second half. A little bit of a technical difficulty with the team sheet earlier on. Apologies to those fans of the Abermain Hawks out there.
A few of them are definitely keeping us posted on the ones we get wrong.
A big cheerio to Nathan, who pretty much posted the whole team at half time. Thanks very much, Nathan. Cody Dodd now with a little chip over the top. It's been knocked backwards, though. It'll be play on for Raymond Terrace. O'Neill will start this set 40 metres out from his own line. That's not the best of passes. That's what they call a Ward 9 hospital pass, that one. Back underneath to Daniels, who got absolutely creamed in that tackle. They looking to punch some holes of their own here, Raymond Terrace, as Roby will play it. 40 out from the Hawks line. Comes to Schultz, who puts the foot down. He goes through the gap. They cling onto a jersey. They come again. There's Dodd with the second effort as they spread it wide. Ball hits the deck. Can it be picked up? They step back on the inside. It's Roach. Roach for the line. And I think that's the last tackle. So Abermain survive. Roach did well to pick that up. The ball hit the deck. Now Abermain have to work it away from their own line. Hug will play it. That's the 28, Michael Davies. I was going to say, it looked like he'd been tackled there, McBride. Play it just shy of his own 30. Dodd, short ball. And that one's come loose as well. The referee's seen a hand in there, though. More than one in the tackle. Looks like the halfback from...
It's Jack Beverley there for Raymond Terrace.
Yeah, the Raymond Terrace halfback going off to get a little bit of work done on a finger by the looks of things. He's... I think he might be getting it put back in as we speak. Kiddies at home, make sure you turn away. We see Abermain now on the attack. They lead 14 points to 12. They led 14-0. That must have been very close
very well to keep that ball in there.
He must have been very close as Abbott now bursts through. I think Terrace just stopped. I think they thought they'd done enough. They come the short side through Scott. Scott for the line. And Scott scores. Try to Abermain. They extend their lead. 16 points. Make that 18 points to 12 with a kick to come. Damien Scott.
It's really the first attacking or decent attacking set that Abermain have had here in this second half, and they've capitalised on it straight away.
On the old cliche, a game of two halves, it was Abermain who dominated that first half, really. They only led 14 points to 6, though, and Raymond Terrace have come out in this second half, all guns blazing, and got themselves right back into the game, but Abermain just stemmed the flow there. And it won't be Hayden Baker to take the kick. It'll be Tim Fitzpatrick. Timothy Fitzpatrick, but I'm sure, like all Timothys, he'd rather be called Tim. So he moves in. That one just slides to the right, so it remains a 6-point ball game. Fitzpatrick pushes that one to the right-hand side of the uprights.
Should be interesting. I had a look there at the Saba on the last time these two sides met, and it was actually split by a Cody Dodd field goal. So that was 19-18 the score was last time these two sides met.
Well, last week they defeated the Budgewoi Bulldogs, Abermain. That snapped a 2-game losing streak for the Hawks. So see if they can put back-to-back wins together here. They lead by 6 points at Lakeside Sporting Complex. And that's a good strong charge off the kickoff, carrying people up over the 40. That's the start of the set you want. Shannon Harmey, backed up by a strong run from Haag. They're up over halfway already here, Abermain. Now they've got their tails up. Dodd now, back underneath. Finds Davies. He's brought down about 38 out from the line. So they come the short side. That's Abbott. Abbott finds the 23 in Zach Jones. Jones still going, Jones. Abbott, long ball to Dodd. That one hits the deck. It's well picked up there by Fitzpatrick. The referee thinks it's gone forward. He's the boss. So what loomed as a really good set for Abermain has sputtered and stopped there on the 20-metre line of Terrace. Just over 12 minutes gone here in this second half. Abermain 18 leading Raymond Terrace 12. I'm Dan McCamley, joined in commentary by Tom Lidbury. Live on Bar TV Sports. Plenty of rugby league action coming to you on Bar TV Sports this weekend. Newcastle and Hunter Rugby League competition on tonight as Abermain lead Raymond Terrace 18 points to 12. It's Terrace trying to work it out from their own end. Comes to Beverley, who's met a good tackle. It was Hug coming out of the line. Roby up over halfway. This will be the last tackle. They go to Beverley. He kicks long this time, Beverley. He's found the grass as well. Turns the winger around. Simon's got to go back into his own in goals, and it's a good chase from Raymond Terrace. So it's a good kick from Beverley. He's put up a few high ones tonight. That one was a really accurate kick. Sat up in the in goals. Now Abermain have to work it out from their own line.
got a final score update from the Cook Islands and the South Africa game. Cook Islands beat South Africa 66-6 is the final score of that one.
So a big win there for the Cook Islands, and they qualified for was it the last World Cup? I think it was the last World Cup they played in. They'll be looking to go back to the World Cup. Very good win there for the Cook Islands over South Africa. Good to see these emerging nations get an opportunity to qualify for such a big tournament. I had the pleasure of calling a few games at the Emerging Nations Rugby League tournament down in Sydney. I think it was in January, February this year, and it's a hotly contested competition, and the game of rugby league is certainly growing in the background. Plenty of nations sticking their hand up to have a go. You see Abermain now up into Terrace territory again. They make their way up towards the 20. Come down the short side through Abbott. Abbott, nice footwork. Gets the offload away. They go through the hands to Dodd. Dodd to Davies. Schultz comes out of the line. Davies just bumps him off. He's still going, Davies. Tough to bring down. Come the open side. That's Matthew Dodd. Ball's been picked up there by Terrace, and they survive again, Raymond Terrace. They're down the wrong end at the moment, and that'll help them. That'll help their cause. Penalty to Raymond Terrace. They'll get a chance to go on the attack here. That's not the best touch finder, but could have been worse. Could have not found touch. Roach, the coach, with a good charge. He's already got on the score sheet tonight. That's 9 tries for the season for Brooke Roach. They're in Abermain territory, running a dummy half, trying to catch the markers napping, but they were alive to the danger. Edmonds will be brought down 35 out from the line. Beverley in a dummy half as they go to the right. Schultz back on the inside. That's Handsaker. Ball's been put on the deck. So chance goes begging there for the Magpies. Hickey in a dummy half for Abermain. Make their way up over halfway on tackle 2. Roach up in defence there. Solid shot from the captain. Come out of the back. Lovely short ball. That's McBride. McBride's through. He's got the fullback to beat. The cover defence comes across. They're only 5 away here, Abermain. Go to Abbott. He'll be brought down on the last. What have they got up their sleeve? Comes to Thomas. Abbott puts the kick in. It rebounds. He gets a lucky bounce. Does he score? I think he's forced that, but I think he's forced it in the field of play, not in the in goals.
I believe that could be the soapy ball coming again.
Tom Abbott. I thought he'd scored for all the tea in China. I think he's grounded that ball, but I don't think it got to the in goals. What a let-off for the Magpies. Still a long way to go, but a 10 or 12 point lead would have been a big hill to climb for Raymond Terrace. I think they've got to look to get Handsaker involved a bit more. Every time he's touched the ball, he's looked dangerous. Maybe one of those block plays out the back and give him a little bit of room to run at this Abermain defence. Roach again. That's a good run. That's leading by example there from the coach. Goes to Schultz. We'll play it inside Abermain territory. 3/4 of the way through this game. Oh, that's a cutout pass. Jeez, that was there for the taking. Had intercept written all over it. This will be the last as Beverley gets into dummy half. Comes to the 5'8" and Greentree. Puts it up high. It's a nice spiral bomb. It's bounce. It's around the post. They get across there, Abermain. Tom Abbott to bring it back. The running repairs on Beverley's finger seem to have done the trick. Come back to the right now through Damien Scott. Oh, sorry, it's the 22, James Abbott. Hickey out of dummy half. Peterkin's back out there in the 10. He's slow to his feet here, Peterkin. Didn't look to be too much in the tackle. Maybe he just fell a bit awkwardly.
I think handshake is playing a big role here in the Raymond Terrace defensive line here. You can hear him yelling and screaming at the back here, pointing and getting the players to move around. So obviously the key is listen to him at the back and go from there.
Dean Peterkin's back to his feet. That's good to see. Play the ball 40 out from his own line as they go to Baker. Baker, I was going to say puts that one on the deck, but it's been stripped out. Finding it very hard to deal with him tonight, Raymond Terrace. He's not punching holes through the defence. He's earning his team penalties. Harmy finds the line, 35 out. Chance here for Abermain to extend their lead. In front by 6 points at the moment. Try scorer Damien Scott's wrestled to the ground on tackle 1. Comes to Dodd. Dodd with a, looked like he was trying to do the old 360 spin there, Dodd. He's brought down 20 away. They come to Baker again. We called him Harmy the whole first half. Baker is causing all the damage, and they're going to go and score a try here. And that is Shannon Harmy. Speak of the devil. Crosses the line and extends Abermain's lead. 22 points to 12 with a kick to come. Say my name and he shall appear. We just were speaking about Shannon Harmy. You know, he'd had a big first half in the 8 jersey. Crosses the line and extends Abermain's lead. It'll be interesting to see how Raymond Terrace react to that. They were right in the game, right in the arm wrestle. That might just take a little bit of wind out of their sails. And that conversion is successful from Fitzpatrick. $24 points to 12 now, they lead. Friday night football here live on Bar TV Sports. Dan McCamley in commentary, joined by Tom Lidbury. It's probably dropped down to 7 degrees, I reckon, Tom.
Yeah, it's not getting any warmer anytime soon, put it that way.
And you can bet your bottom dollar that coffee van over there will be gone by the time we get there. So that'll be out of the question. No more hot chocolates for Dan. As that one's spilt. James Abbott unable to take that kick off, so the wind was taken out of their sails with that try, Raymond Terrace. They'll have a lift from this. They're a big chance here. Roach is still out there. It'll be Beverley to feed the scrum. Full set of 6 at their disposal, 20 out from the line. Comes to Greentree, puts the foot down, Greentree. He'll be brought down 5 away. Roach sniffing around for another one. They go from dummy half. And they've scored, have they? Yes, they have. They're right back in it, Raymond Terrace.
Tyler Edmonds, I think they're in the 9.
Through the world's biggest dummy. And Abermain swallowed it up. Tyler Edmonds, too quick out of dummy half. Just as Abermain kicked clear, Raymond Terrace fight back, 24 points to 16 with a kick to come. We'll see the replay here. Oh,
Plenty of Abermain players around there too. Just through them all.
Well, they just won't go away, the Magpies. Abermain have had 2 nice leads here in this game. 14-point lead early on, and they just kicked out to a 12-point lead, and Raymond Terrace fight back. 24 points to 18, and we've got an exciting final 15 minutes coming up, Tom.
Yeah, it's looking very promising. Again, as I mentioned, last time these two sides met, it was split by a field goal, so we might be heading down that path. A little bit too early at this stage to call it, but we'll see how we go. I'm
just really happy that there's no golden point extra time. Another 10 minutes out here, and we may end up at John Hunter with frostbite. Handsaker takes the kick off. I think that was Robert Fletcher in the... that's the 15 out there, and Travis McNally. Terrace now through Beverley. Goes through the hands, finds Dwan Daly. Up to the 40. Roach. Lovely short ball from Roach. Greentree's in the backfield. Cover defence comes across. That was a beautiful short ball from the coach.
Roach has been he's been left on the ground back here.
He's on the deck. They play on. They're on the attack here through Roby. Last tackle, 20 away. Beverley in at dummy half. Greentree now. Puts a wobbly old kick across. It'll sit up, will it? No, it won't. And they've taken into touch, Abermain, although they've found a knock on from Raymond Terrace, so plenty going on in that far corner. Roach is back to his feet. They're dropping like flies here, the Magpies. Another one down, about 15 out.
Just another score update. Good news for New South Wales fans. The girls have gone in, so we've got 4-4 with about 45 minutes gone in the girls' state of origin.
4-4 there in the women's state of origin. I hope you're tuning into that on your big screen and following us on your smart devices. I wonder if there's extra time in that one, or if it's a draw the holders retain.
I assume there would be extra time in that one. I'm not too sure.
I'm a massive South Sydney fan, so whenever we held the Charity Shield, I was always hoping for a draw or a win, because we just keep hold of that shield for another year. That used to be all we ever won. So we've got another player down in back play for Raymond Terrace. They must be down to about 8 men.
Yeah.
Trainers screaming for the referee to stop play. They finally do so. Just extending our stay here at the lovely Lakeside Sporting Complex. Looked as though he would get back to his feet there, the Raymond Terrace player, but he's Going back down to the deck, he's in a little bit of discomfort.
Didn't exactly see where that injury come from either. Not too sure.
Took the ref a little while to get the play stopped there, Tom. Is it the trainer's prerogative to try and get the referee's attention and hold play if he thinks it's serious enough?
Yeah, so it's pretty well up to the trainer if they think it's serious enough, and then it also sort of comes down to the duty of care for the referee as well when to call time off or whether they're affecting the play or not. Obviously, trainers made it very clear that they wanted the game stopped on that one.
Well, he is still down receiving attention. I don't want to. I think it's the 16, Dwayne Daly. Can't confirm that as of yet, but he's in the care of the trainers over there. He's in good hands.
Just another quick update. The New South Wales girls have gone in again, so we've got 8-4 there on the score of that one.
Oh, girls are on fire. New South Wales girls, that is, at the moment. Played at North Sydney Oval. I dare say to be pretty chilly there tonight as well.
I believe that is the 16 from Raymond Terrace.
Making his way from the field. It's good to see him back on his feet there, Daly, making his way off. Getting a little bit of assistance, but...
I think that's John Schultz just come on as a replacement.
It's always good to see when a player's been down for an extended period of time, he get back to his feet and make his own way off the field. It's a little bit of a mix-up there, Handsaker and O'Neill. Now Raymond Terrace with it all to do. They trail by 6 points. Then a bit of an extended stoppage there, so we've probably got just over 10 minutes to go in this one. They haven't led at any stage tonight. Trail by 6 at the moment. That one slipped up a little bit high, and the Terrace faithful looking for a penalty. It's not given though. They'll play the ball 15 shy of halfway as they come to Beverley, who kicks early. Probably didn't strike that how he would have wanted to. He gets a decent bounce though. Gets away from Nick Scott, who beats one. Tell you what, it might be cold here tonight, Tom, but I think these players would have rather play tonight than in the rain that's coming tomorrow and Sunday. Supposed to get a fair bit of rain over the next couple of days. Good to get.
This has been called a Raymond Terrace knock on here.
Might have been
referee Brendan Callender in the middle.
Bit of an attempted strip there, I think. They win the scrum feed. It comes to the 22 in James Abbott. You play at 5 shy of halfway. That's Sylvester. Carries the ball into Terrace territory. Harmy. Across the stripe already tonight. Hickey out of dummy half. Picks up 10. Getting on a bit of a roll here, Abermain. If they score again here, might be all she wrote. Hug. They're inside the 20. Last tackle. Hickey in a dummy half. Come to Dodd. Dodd puts a nice little kick over the top, looking for the in goals. It's juggled there by Raymond Terrace, and they'll be made to drop it out from under their own crossbar again. Lovely kick there from Dodd. We hear the 905 from Perth flying over the top. I'm not sure if planes from Perth even fly to Newcastle, but we'll go with that. It came from the west.
Sounded like you're pretty confident with.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, I know my aviation. Don't know players' names from Abermain in the first half, but I know my aeroplanes. Abermain with a chance here to ice this game. They lead by 6 at the moment. Davies with a strong charge. Raymond Terrace really need to hold on here. They've got numbers to the left, Abermain. They go for the line.
Just short there, I think.
Centimetres away. Hickey in a dummy half to Dodd. It comes to Abbott. Abbott with some nice footwork. Abbott looks for the hole. Can he get the arm free? No. And he's put it on the deck, so Raymond Terrace hold on. Beverley with a last-ditch tackle. Saves the day for the Magpies. They win the scrum feed, Raymond Terrace. They're at the wrong end of the field here, the Magpies. Trying to do the hard work. Can't get out of their own end. That one looked a bit high as well. They've gone away with a couple tonight, Abermain. Charge down there by Dodd. Oh, it's such a dangerous play, the charge down. It gives Raymond Terrace another set of 6. It can go either way, but more often than not, the ball squirts back to the team that's kicking it. And now Terrace get a chance to go on the attack. About 5 minutes to go in this one. Beverley takes the line on. Might be the opportunity they were looking for, the Magpies. It's a good run out of dummy half. Edmonds, he's already scored 1 tonight. They're only 25 away here, Raymond Terrace. Beverley in a dummy half. Goes to Greentree. Manages to beat 1, beat 2. They come again, but he's only 10 away. Still a couple of tackles up their sleeve here. That's the fullback. Greentree with a short ball. They've got the numbers. They have to come back in field. Still going. And they've scored. I think it's Greentree over there. And all of a sudden, out of nothing, Raymond Terrace have a kick at goal to level things up. 24-22 with a kick to come. It was Handsaker.
I think we could be on for this field goal attempt here too.
Well, it'll be on the boot of Beverley, who's been kicking goals tonight. He's 3 from 3. They just kept the ball alive over there in that far corner and managed to pop that one final offload, and Handsaker was Johnny on the spot. And after trailing pretty much all game, Beverley's got a chance to tie things up with only minutes remaining here at Lakeside Sporting Complex. He moves in, strikes it well, and the crowd likes it. 24 all. Oh, we said earlier on, Tom, this would be a cracker, and it's lived up to the billing.
Yeah, that's both games here tonight. We had the league tag as well live up to an awesome game, so it's good to see for the what we got. Oh, I'll probably be generous saying about 100 people here tonight, but for the ones that have ventured out into the cold and they've shown up and watched a great game of footy.
Abermain get play back underway. They will be absolutely kicking themselves if they don't come away with the 2 points here tonight. They've led for the majority of this one. Now all of a sudden, it's 24 all. 3 minutes on the clock. Doesn't account for stoppages. We might have closer to 5, but we're into the dying stages here at Lakeside Sporting Complex.
Into the dying stages as well. We've got 6 minutes to go in the Origin. We've got New South Wales 14-4.
That's a full-time siren in the background. Chip over the top from Greentree. It's been taken by Abermain. And I think that'll be it. So forget about the 3 minutes. It was more like 3 seconds. 24 all. Abermain snatch a draw from the jaws of victory. They had that game in the bag.
Yeah, they led most of that game, obviously, and then Raymond Terrace scoring that last try there through Handtaker right at the end, and obviously the Beverley kick to level it up.
Credit must go to Raymond Terrace, who fought hard all night. Trailed for large parts of the game by 14 points and 12 points and kept finding and managed to come away with a point, and I think they'll be the happier of the two teams. Just a quick score update from Tom on the Origin. It looks like...
Yeah, so I think we've still got 14-4 with about 5.5 to go.
14-4 there, the New South Wales girls leading the Queensland girls. But here at Lakeside Sporting Complex, it's finished in a 24-all draw between Raymond Terrace and Abermain. I'm Dan McCamley. Big thank you to Tom Lidbury for joining me in commentary tonight. Make sure you tune in to Bar TV over the weekend for plenty more rugby league action.
Too easy. Thanks, Dan.